Fοβουμαι, I'm struck with fear, afraid, be alarmed, as an emotion experienced in anticipation of some specific pain or danger, related to yarei, as a work or a punch, started or headed by which leader, and the leader as he would follow eventually is the serpent, therefore the evil leader. De mηπως, but by any means. May not, and pos, an adverb from the base of που, certain place, therefore not of certain place. And as he would follow, οφις, the serpent, who is the devil, is not bound by any place that he can go. For by any means there is no direct translation, but it's interesting to know whenever it's mentioned in the Old Testament, there are two forms of expressing by any means, but only by using two other words, that of to lose or redeem or deliver, pada, and to visit and pay attention, from beguiled. And comparing these two words, the common letters are pe, therefore in speech, like spoken and all to the edge, and the letter dalet, usually representing the mind or what's at your doors. Therefore, he is at any place with his speech at thy mind. So who is this evil leader? οφις, which the serpent. From optanomai, sharpness of vision. Related to nachash, serpent or snake from its hissing noise, and therefore deceit, or has become degenerated, and in sin, as in separation, estranged from God, and can destroy you. Huan, Eve, meaning life, a mode of living, as in experiencing human events and activities, originally from Heva. Interesting to notice that in Spanish is Eva, but is Heva, a similar sound, isn't it? And is causative from Heva, to show, and related to Chaya, alive. And Heva, letter Het, gematria 8, is to make fat, and adds or connects to the image of God or to the beast and flesh. Therefore there's two choices, and to reveal what? Life. Huan, Heva. Exaptao, deceived, as being dishonest, to be false and to cause someone to believe an untruth. And he says here to deceive. But originally, when the serpent deceived Heva, is not the word deceive, but beguile, as to influence by slyness, to attract, to cause to be enamored, to be charmed, and to err and go astray. If it's deceiving, then it's like to be specious, to entice you from patha. But to beguile is nasha, as to increase thy cravings or ponderings after a power or strength, and this is an evil strength. In te panουργia, in the craftiness, like subtlety, from pas, all, and ergu, works and deeds, of being skillful and clever, as fit to undertake and accomplish anything. Related to arum, in darkness, to start with a lie, like a hook, and therefore towards a concealed chaos. Therefore like cunning, skill in deception, however small or pretty. Outuftarei, his being corrupted, that of waste and ruin, related to shachet, in consuming and eating in sin, as to gulping and swallowing up, and in signaling completion, no turning back. Ta νοηματα υμων, the minds of yours. But is it a mind? Because 2 studies ago we covered νοημα, which is like purposing, that of devising or as a thought, and is zima. If you look for the word mind in the scriptures, there are 2 forms, and possibly a 3rd one. There's one of levav, like heart or mind, but also nephesh, the soul. But is it? Because if you consider zima, levav considers the instruction of thy tent or heart, and nephesh, it is life that scatters or is immature and craves. But a 3rd one is zima, is unto plowing what might be done with the words and to reveal. Therefore it is almost like preparing thy mind of what thou purpose is. There is not direct craving. The craving is caused by someone else, and in this case is the serpent, οφις. Abotes απλοτητος, from the simplicity. But is it simplicity? The sentence reads, abotes απλοτητος, τις εis τον Χριστον, from the simplicity into the Christ. But is it simplicity? Because if you looked at it, it is alpha, a particle of union, and pleko, to plait, to braid, to weave together. And therefore it is that of singleness, of being whole and sound, that of sincerity and in serving Jehovah. Therefore perfect, without spot and innocent, tamim, a mark and a sign, therefore in totality, in complete order, in oneness and covenant of love to Jehovah, and to work the completed word. Τις εis τον Χριστον, in Christ, Mashiach, the immersed one, with a devouring fire to work separation at the end of times. And how much we also should be afraid. The serpent is loose. We have to watch our steps and to watch our deeds, always being afraid of where the punch comes from. Who started it? Who is the leader? In whose power? And do not be deceived or beguiled by this clever creature, who has only one purpose in life, and it is to estrange people from God. And he does it by beguiling people to crave after a power, after strength. And hasn't God said that he delights on people who rely in him, in God, who are whether weak or poor? Because it's how he shows his power. These people have nothing to brag about, only to rely in the power of Jehovah, of El. And therefore watch out, as thou art beguiled, and how in darkness he puts those traps. Whether is in darkness, how is it started with a lie, however a concealed chaos. And that's why we enrich ourselves with the study of the word, and being aware of the impending chaos for disobedience. And therefore, whenever we purpose in our minds, everything that we do is the intent. And the intent to what? In following the singleness of Christu, Mashiach. To be complete, to be perfect. Immersed in his words to serve Jehovah. And from Yehoshua 24:14, Yehoshua said, Now therefore fear Jehovah, and serve him in sincerity and in truth. And this is the sincerity that he's talking about, pure of all defects, and only by his power what is open to us in His Word towards the completed, however concealed Word. Let's brag about the things we don't know and the power we don't have, that evermore, relying in Jehovah, our source of strength, of truth, and united, plaited together with Mashiach. Amen.
Fοβουμαι de mηπως όσο οφις Who ανεξαπατάω in te πανουργια αυτου θα ρε τα νοηματα υμων από τις απλοτητος τις εις τον Χριστον.
Keep it simple.